off cloudy here. Good morning, everyone. We're not in particular supposed to get any more rain this morning, but you never know. Watching the birdies come across the yard. I had a new bird yesterday I was pretty excited about. It was a northern water thrasher. I can't remember the exact name now. But he was at my cement bird bath. And he was there for a while. But I didn't see him on any of the feeders. But that was pretty cool. New life bird for me. I'll be leaving here soon to take Johnny to the train station. Good morning, Gray. Good morning. How's my sweetheart? You doing good? Huh? You doing good? Hi, sweet pea. Hey, sweet girl. Alright. Let's feed the outside guys over here. Hi, I saw you slept in the cat hotel. It came to greet Stripe when he came out, huh? I have managed to get Stripe to sleep in the house the last several nights. But I have to wait to bring him in until we're really close to us going to bed and feed him and sort of trick him. I just feel it's safer. Hi. Oh, goodness. It's pretty sticky out here this morning. Hi, bud. You waiting patiently? You're the most patient kitty. You win the Patience Award. Well, we got out of here at 9 o'clock like I wanted. I think Johnny's train leaves at 10:12. Google last night says it takes anywhere from 35 minutes to an hour to get there. So right now it's saying 38 minutes. We'll get there at 9:40. That's a little early, but I'd rather be early to catch the train than late to catch the train. And when you can just sit in the Tesla with the air conditioning on, it's not a big deal. Plus, I'll probably lose 5 minutes. Not, you know, jockeying for position like some other drivers. So this will be a stress-free drive-in. You can see here the potholes fixed. We're waiting for the Canadian geese to cross the road. Politely waiting for them. This is pretty common here. Well, I'm glad the drivers were courteous. They don't really understand that they're in the road or blocking our way or any of those other things, so. Well, we're here. We've got about 10 minutes to spare, and we're just sitting here in the air conditioning. The parking in the train station is very compact and very tight. That Carrie could really use a little more, room over here around the train station. There's not good parking. Johnny hopped out a minute ago. I'm hanging around until his friends are in the parking lot. And I hear the train coming. So one of the main bridges between Greensboro and Raleigh got knocked out by those rains. And, okay. Yeah, Johnny's friends are here now, so all is good. I mean, I wasn't really worried. I just setting him up for success. Anyway, I like seeing the train. Oh, well now the train that just went through is over. I'm confused. It's on the wrong side. How does it be over there? Maybe it goes forward and then it backs up into the station. I don't know how that works. Well, the kids will sort it out. Because it's supposed to leave at 10:12 and it's 10:08, so I'm thinking that they're on the wrong I left Johnny by the wrong platform. But if he's with his friends, it's all good. They'll figure out which train and which platform. Okay, well, there's the train coming into the other platform. All I was trying to say is the trains weren't running across state for a few days after that horrible flooding while they fixed an entire train bridge. The Carolinian was down. The main artery train between Greensboro and Raleigh was down. Well, Johnny said he wasn't on the Carolinian, which sort of surprised me, because I thought he went around Greensboro to get to Charlotte. But anyway, believe that's the train Johnny's getting on now, the Amtrak. Wow, while they're loading up, getting through downtown Cary is blocked in both directions. I guess I have the option of going straight and maybe crossing over where the train isn't. But like, it's going to be there for 4 or 5 minutes and while they load, and it just is what it is. It's, not a huge deal. But I don't know, that train station where it is and the lack of parking and all of that stuff, it's a bit. Okay, so down here I'm not allowed to make a left turn. Apparently I have to make a right turn. Oh, it just says no trucks. Okay. I can make the left turn, but trucks aren't supposed to make the left turn. Oh, that's a dead end, and here's a garbage truck. Okay, well, there's our beautiful crepe myrtle trees. It's about peak for them now. Some bloom earlier than later, but... Well, I would have to say that wasn't really a great way to get around. The train is still down there, though. I've navigated to home. I'm back up to Chatham Street, which is one of a couple main arteries that runs through Cary. So we'll be picking Johnny up tomorrow night. The train gets in at 10:36. And Don and I will come back in. All right. I'll be heading out of Cary. That's a good thing. It's just really tight streets back there, and there's a bike lane, and there's a pedestrian crossing, and there's the railroad track, and there's all these people parked on the street, and it's just like, wow, there is so much to look out for. I was driving. But yeah, wow, there was just so much to look. There was trees, a tree crew and another road working crew and a flagger, and it was just wow. There's a lot going on in Fuquay, but that tops it. That definitely topped it right there. I'm gonna check out the Walmart here in Holly Springs and see if I can rescue any plants. One lady coming through over there, she wasn't very happy that I entered the pedestrian crosswalk. She really didn't want to stop. This Walmart, more than all the others, always has lots of houseplant clearance, tropical clearance. Well, for $2 each, I will definitely take home this Rudbeckia. That's a pretty good deal. This Walmart has so much more stuff than the Cary Walmart or the Fuquay Walmart. These are on clearance for $1, so a few of them are going to go home. They have their really nice solar lights marked down there. They were out of these. I mean, Fuquay never even had any of these back this year, and I have 1 or 2 that have failed. So, choices. Some of the flags are on clearance for $3.50. Wow. And this store has their pillows marked down to $2.50, most of them anyway. I didn't see one I loved, or I would have been tempted to pick up a couple for swap out. I got $5 for the cocoa mat and the metal platform. There's a nice looking Model Y here with a wrap. So I did really good in there, and I'm not going to Lowe's because I did enough damage at Walmart that I shouldn't go to Lowe's today. We'll save Lowe's for another day. I got 4 of my plant pots, the cobalt blue ones, at half price. That was amazing. I got some mini flags. I got some of the stakey things that you stick into your plant pots. Some of them were really cheap. Everything was at least half off. That's good. That's good. Let's see, I got 3 of the Rudbeckia, and I got 2 of the black trellis that I use in my pots to keep the deer away from some of my stuff. I had really wanted 2 more, and my Walmart is out. and so was the one on Kildare Farm Road in Cary. So this one in Holly Springs was good. Wow, was that some good clearance in there. I can't get over it. Oh yeah, and it rained on me while I loaded up, but me and the car didn't get too wet on the inside the car. My door popped open. I would say the only time you don't want your door to pop open is when it's raining and you're not getting in right away. I could have circled the car from a different direction. It wouldn't have done that. It's no big deal. I had it wiped off in 10 seconds with my handy dandy microfiber towel that I keep up front. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, even if I only brought home 3 plants and most of the rest of it's plant paraphernalia. Well, it doesn't appear to have rained here, and Ruby got dried off on the way home, which is good, because when I pull the car in and it's wet, then it makes the garage more humid, and we're working so hard to keep the humidity out of the garage, both for our comfort and for the 3D printer. So, and it's gym time. That breeze don't feel too bad, and if the sun would stay in, I'd walk out here right now, but the sun was out a minute ago, and that's not good. Well, I'm going to try to stay out of trouble with ant bites and other biting things today, but I thought I might put some of those blue pots I bought at Walmart today with flowers in them around the bird bath. I kind of been wanting a little something there. I don't know. I'm going to think about that. I'm going to probably plant stuff in the pots, and I'm going to think about it. What I would really like long term is bricks around the front and fill in dirt and just plant flowers there, but this ground here has got the old crushed gravel driveway, and that's not really it's not really doable. So I'll have to think about it, see what it looks like. I'm looking at the angle, and that's the only thing causing me, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Well, that slit tool over there did a really great job of lifting up the grass, the weeds. I managed not to hit the bird path brick or the pole, so everything there should still be level. I am going to put the ones on the side and at the back recessed to try to get even with the one in the front as best as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be good enough that unless you're looking for it to not be perfect, you won't notice. Right? Right. I need water. It's only 5:20. It's just fixing to pour. I should have bought a 4th yellow flower, and I am not going to have time to put out the yard art around it I wanted to. I'm trying to decide rocks or cypress mulch. Well, according to Siska Skywarn, that storm coming up out of Sanford had 1-inch hail in it, and there was some rotation. But when it got up here, it basically fizzled and split in half, and the stronger part went up toward Apex. So we didn't need no 1-inch hail at the house. I'd have been very upset about my plants. So, we still got dings on the garage door and some cracks in the siding in a couple of places from the last time we had really large hail. That was more like golf ball stuff. Some people in the neighborhood had windows broken and everything. Don't ever want that again. So stay away. I am headed up to Walmart to see if I can't get one more of those yellow Rudbeckia plants. And then I'm going to go over to Lowe's, and I need more dirt, and I need more rocks, and I need decorative rocks. I don't think I can bring it all home today. It's too much for Ruby. But I'm going to get some rocks. I'm guesstimating, I don't know, 7 bags. I looked at it. It always is more than you think it is. I just tried to visualize the bags just set on the ground in the spot. And of course I got the pot, so I don't know. Anyway, Don wanted to take his nap. He'd been working hard today. He worked late. He just quit a little bit ago. So I said, okay. He promised to move it for me when I get home, and he told me to smile pretty at the guys up here and get him to load my stuff up for me. He took that wheelbarrow full of grass and dirt, and he put it on the hill where we come down from the parking pad to the front yard, because it's always getting serious erosion there. And the last time he got the silt out of the street up by the, mailbox, the driveway there, he shoveled the dirt off of the asphalt. Is what he did. He cleaned it up there. That's where he put it, and then that's where he put the stuff today that I dug up. So could have used about 2 more wheelbarrows full of grass and dirt to get that spot built back up a little bit again. I can't help it. I have to walk on it to get from the front yard to the backyard, or backyard to the front yard, a couple times a day. Stripe seems to prefer to go in the other direction. That boy is up and down from the front yard to the backyard about 6 times a day, patrolling. I didn't know how much he patrolled until I had the Ring cameras watching the side yard over there, and now I see him going past all the time. He may be going the other direction just as much too. I just don't have a camera there where I would notice it. So, but he's on patrol. Well, I got 3 more pots of the yellow flower because there's an empty pot over by Uncle Sam. I'm going to put one of them in. And I picked up 2 pots of red vinca that will contrast the yellow nicely. They weren't on clearance, but they weren't overpriced. I plan to cut them in half. Like I said, I got 2 of those pots, and I'll split it in half to put a little bit in each of the 4. I'm not going to get to do any of that tonight, though. It's already 6:30. By the time I go to Lowe's and get home, it's going to be 7. It's still raining, and then all the mosquitoes will be out. But either tomorrow or Friday, I'll get out there and I'll finish dressing up that area. Well, I got 6 bags of river pebbles, and I'm sure I'm going to need more, but that's good for now. I guess they closed the garden center down because of the rain and thunderstorms, so I've got to walk around with this, unfortunately. Well, there it is. I added the vinca in with the rudbeckia. That's 5 bags of rocks because the 6th bag was a different color, even though it's the same SKU. I'll save that for bottoms of my pots. Don reckons 3 or 4 more bags. He said get 4. And I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. Who knew this morning I was going to find clearance stuff and I've been envisioning doing something around the bird bath since we put the bird bath over here. I just didn't know it was going to be today or exactly what it was going to be.